Good morning! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Alicia from Primarily Optimistic. I'm going to be a third grade teacher, and this is my third year teaching. And this is going to be classroom setup day 5. I can't believe we are on classroom setup day 5. I feel like we're getting so close to the end though, and I'm so excited for it to be finished and for students to come in so that we can start our school year. Yeah, so let's head to the classroom and I'll see you there. Okay, we are here at the school. I stopped at Starbucks and got a iced caramel macchiato. Need that. I am so tired. My goal was to get here way before now. It is now 8 o'clock. I also ran to Walmart to grab a couple of things for the classroom that I need to work on. But I had set my alarm for 4:30 to wake up because that is about what I think it's going to take in order to get here at the school, along with waking up, getting ready for school, getting my kids ready to leave the house, and I have a newborn baby. So I set my alarm clock for 4:30. And then I snoozed it, so I didn't actually wake up until 6. Yeah, so got here a lot later than I wanted to. I'm gonna have to, when school actually starts, have to set my alarm clock way on the other side of the room, because if I snooze that, and if I snooze that alarm clock even one time, I won't make it in time for school. I will be late every single day because I won't be able to get my kids to school and daycare on time because I snoozed that alarm. So that didn't work out today. We'll try again another time. Thank gosh that today wasn't dependent on it. But yeah, stopped at Starbucks, grabbed a couple of things from Walmart for the classroom, and we're gonna head in and I will show you how I left it, which is pretty much the same. But yeah, let's get started. Okay, here is the classroom and how I left it. So the birthday months that I hung up with just tape have fallen down on the ground. So I am going to have to find another way to put those up. Probably, honestly, we'll have to hot glue them or get the Gorilla strips. I think I still have some from last year. I'm not 100% sure, so I'll have to look. And some of my classroom jobs fell off along with the banner. So going to have to find another solution for those. And then I'm going to need to find a spot for this stuff again. My principal had said that some of this was resources that I would need for math intervention. So I'm going to need to find a spot for that. And yeah, this is what the classroom looks like. So I'm going to get started and probably figure out put this stuff back up before I start anything new. All right, I stuck the math items in here. What you saw with the box is that I was taking these little packets out and putting them in a bin. If I'm going to be using that, I want to see what I need, and I can't do that within a box. So I put little sticky notes on them so that I can make some labels, and I will reorganize this a little bit better because I can't get to the ones in the back right now, but it's in a spot it's organized, and that's what it is. And I'll just find a different spot for that another time. But I got it cleaned off the table, which feels a lot better. Yes, so that's what you saw. Now I am going to finish my 10 cart drawer. Here they are. These turned out so cute. I got them from, I cut off the bottom, so I'm actually not quite sure. I'll have to find it, and I'll put it in the top corner. But these are so cute from her. Love them. So I saw on Instagram this little teacher hack, and I'm really excited to try it because I have the 10 cart drawer with the knob. Last year I ended up just gluing them on the inside because I couldn't figure out how to get my knobs on here after I had laminated the paper. So the hack was that you take off the knob and then you put your little label on the front of the card, and then where the hole is in the back, you will mark it with a marker and then hole punch it. And it doesn't have to be exact, but then you have it marked exactly where the hole will be, and then you just screw on your knob. So I'm gonna try that, and I hope that it works the way I want it to. I tried it with a pen, and because I laminated it didn't stay, so I ended up using like a Sharpie. So I'm gonna hole punch it and then put it back on. Okay, so my hole punch doesn't work all the way, but it's just a little farther down, and I'm hoping it will still work. Perfect! And then I just hot glued on the side so that the flabs wouldn't come up. All right, I'm gonna finish this. I'm so excited that that worked. And yeah, let's do it. There it is. Oh, it turned out so cute. I love it. I do have one extra drawer, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not quite sure what I'll put in it, but I'm sure I will find a use for that drawer. But yeah, this turned out super cute, and I love it, and I think it goes very well with like the theme that I'm doing in the classroom. So I'm gonna put the lights in my lights for my voice levels. When I was getting ready to leave last week, one of them had fallen down. So I'm going to hot glue these on instead, and hopefully that will keep it on. But I had to run back outside to go get my batteries because I forgot them again in the car. So I feel like I'm out of breath. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these buttons on. No, I'm going to put the batteries on my lights, and then we'll put them on the board. All right, so not all of them needed to be hot glued. I tugged really hard on them, and if it came loose, then I did hot glue it, but if it didn't and I had to pull super hard and it still wouldn't come off, I just left it alone. So we'll just see if the ones that I didn't hot glued hold up or not. Okay, I have some books that family and friends donated off of my Amazon wish list. that I need to stamp with my stamper that I bought off of Etsy. This is amazing. Like, it has the ink already in it. All I do is just press it down and it's perfect. So I'm going to stamp these books, and then I want to write in the books who donated them, because I think it's important for the students to see who donated to the library and not just the books were given to us. It makes it a little bit more personalized, and plus I want to remember which friends donated to my library, which books they bought, and which family members bought them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I may see if these book bins fit in my library. One of my best friends bought me the set of 6 of these, and I was originally going to use them to store my small group stuff in back here on my shelf. But since these are already here, I want to see if my big books, my big children's books that wouldn't fit into my other clear bins, if they'll fit in this. And if they do, then I will order more of the black, just so that I can see that, yes, this bin did work, and I can check that off my classroom library. Okay, so I'm going to stamp these. These books are just so precious. I loved these What If You Had books. They are so cool, nonfiction books. Let's see. I think I have the majority of them. There's a couple in here. I have this one with the T-Rex, Animal Tongue. The shark book is really cool too. Anyway, I think that your students would really like these if you don't already have them. And then some other books that I've always wanted and have been on my wish list forever were donated too. So I have this one, The Name Jar, Where Are You From, Your Love, this book, The Day You Begin, Ready to Fly. I also have A Letter from Your Teacher. I think that's all I can think of right now. Anyway, yeah, so super sweet. Thank you so much, family and friends, for donating to my classroom. I appreciate you so much. I can't even express how much I appreciate your love and support for my classroom. So thank you, thank you. Let's get to stamping. All right, that looks much more organized. I need to get a couple more of the black or the clear ones so that I can finish the children's books and put labels on them. The ones down here in the pile are just stacked by category or topic. So I'm gonna clean off this and set up the books that I think I want shown on the top, and we'll get that fixed. There it is. I think that looks so good, so much nicer. And then the students can just grab a book that I think what I'll do with this is put books that we currently have read so that they quickly have access to it. And then I got these story wands. And then they just have questions of like, how did the story end for comprehension? Who was in the story? Where was the setting? What will happen next? What was your favorite character? What was your favorite part? I got these for my preschoolers, but I also figured that my third graders could also use that. They can pick up a wand and then it'd be like a quick check for their comprehension. Yeah, there are the books, the plants, and then I have just a couple of reading buddies. I'm hoping that I'm able to use reading buddies this year. Again, I'm in a new school district, so it could look totally different, but in my last school district, we weren't able to have anything stuffed animals because of COVID and not being able to sanitize those. So we'll just see. I have them out right now. If I have to put them away, then I have to put them away, and it'll be fine. That is my classroom library so far, and I will do the labels. I wanted to do them today. We'll see if that actually gets done or not. I don't know, but let's move on to the next task. All right, for this board, I want to do my book recommendation board that I stole from Molly. She had this really cute book recommendation board, and since I'm teaching reading, I think that would be perfect. So right here on the bookshelf, I have a little note card book, a note card holder that will have their little slips for their book recommendation. So I'm going to put that up. I currently have 20 students in my classroom, but that could change. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple extra so that if I get new students, I don't have to find the cards, or if I end up getting more than 20 students, then I have plenty. So we're gonna put that together. Okay, so what I'm doing is I measured out how big my bulletin board is with this yellow. So that's how big, that's how many cards I could possibly fit on there without it being too close. So this is the amount that I've selected because I'm gonna have 3 rows with these additional ones. So I'm just gonna sticky tape them just like I do with my letters. And then I'll go back and staple them. This bulletin board turned out so cute. Thank you, Molly, for this idea. Definitely not my original idea. So go over and check out Molly's page because this is 100% hers. I definitely stole it, but I love it. So thank you, thank you. So on Molly's page, she also has the underneath the leaders #book recommendations. And so I had that too, but this is way too long and it's not gonna fit up there. I honestly don't know if I want to try and resize this and put it up there. I kind of like it without it too. It doesn't take away. Honestly, no one would even know that it was supposed to say #book recommendations if I didn't ever say anything. So I am conflicted about whether I should put it up there or just leave it. But another teacher hack that I saw was that on black letters, since you can see the staples, to take Sharpie over them, like put Sharpie on the staple so that it blends in. So I'm gonna try that and see if that actually works. When I was cutting, some of my lamination peeled because I had cut out my letters previously and then laminated. I usually never do that. I usually just put the whole paper in there, laminate it, and then cut out my papers or my letters. So I think that that's one of the reasons why, and I kind of wish I would have just did the paper. Like, I wish I would have just put the whole paper in there, but I wanted to get as much letters laminated as I could without wasting a whole bunch of paper. So that's why I had ended up cutting out the letters first instead of waiting. And also, like with my tape, it had pulled the lamination apart for the A. It's not that big of a deal. Honestly, no one's gonna really care, but I notice it. But it's okay. That's just me being super picky and pays attention to detail, and I need to let it go because it's not worth my time. It's not worth anyone else's time. Don't get super picky, because honestly, the kids don't care. They're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Miss Boersma, why is the letter peeling A? They're not gonna say that, and it doesn't matter. So just if you're feeling frustrated because things aren't working out for you the way that you wanted to, just remember that all the kids want is for you to love them and be kind to them. You know, this is their home away from home, and so that's all they care about. They don't care about the little tiny details. So please keep that in mind as you are decorating your classroom. So I have these chairs that my dad donated to my classroom. Thank you so much. I love you and appreciate you. Yeah, I'm super excited for these. I think the students will love these, but I'm not quite sure where I should put them. And if I should keep them together, like similar to table style, or individual. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this space looks empty, so maybe I thought about putting one there. I thought about putting the other one like over by the bookshelf, but it feels really close to this individual spot. So I don't know if I want to do that. I also don't know if I love this little table here. It just feels so close to this group and the teaching area, or like the anchor chart. So I'm going to play around with the layout and figure out where I want them. But if you think you have a great idea for these chairs or even that white table, let me know, because that would be so helpful. All right, I stuck them there for now. Let me know in the comments what you think. And this is what it looks like so far with flexible seating. This table is going to have the crate seats. I just have not made those yet. Hopefully everything will come in on Friday so that I can get those done. Now I'm going to tackle this bulletin board over here. I pulled these off of Teachers Pay Teachers Too, off of an account that I follow. And so this is going to help the students like think about what they're reading with a certain color code. So I have making inferences, using orange to ask questions. Green is what they're going to use when they are making predictions through their reading. Blue is comprehension. Purple is evaluations. And pink or red is making connections to what they're reading. So I'm hoping that these will allow the students to really think about what they're reading and citing evidence from the text. And so my best friend Brooklyn bought me these sticky notes and donated them to my classroom for the students to use. I plan on putting these in their black caddies. And so they'll have access to these sticky notes every time that we do reading, and it will be part of one of our strategies to do. So I'm gonna do this bulletin board. All right, there is this bulletin board. I know it looks a little weird since this color code you're thinking is in the middle, but what I'm planning is that I will put an example here, like when we do this in class together, I'll put my anchor chart paper there. And then the kids have an example that we've done together, because I'll be modeling it for them. And then they will able to use this on their own when they are doing their own reading. So the idea is to put an anchor chart here with an example that we have done in our classroom. So that's why it looks the way it does. But yeah, this side of the classroom is done. My goal for these two boards is to also hang up things that we've done in the classroom. So it's just another place to hold anchor charts and references for the students to use. I got the lights hung up. It's not all even, but it'll be fine. And then I had a lot extra, but this cubbies comes out pretty far because of the bookshelf, so I just stuck it down there so it was hidden. And then once my desk, like the computer is put together, I will staple probably the sides so that it sticks more closely to the wall. But I'll turn off the lights so you can see what it actually looks like with the lights off. I think it looks so good and so cozy, so I really like it. Okay, sorry that I kind of left you hanging. I hung up the lights, put the dry erase spots on my small group table, and then I attempted to do the washi tape border for my calendar. I ended up not being able to actually get washi tape. I think I got like craft tape in the craft aisle at Walmart, and I'm not for sure how long it's actually going to stay because it kept peeling up. After I got that done, I met with one of my team members and we talked about some things for the beginning of the school and just some questions that I had. And so after that meeting, when I looked at the calendar, some of the sides were already peeling up. So I'm not for sure how long that's going to last, or if it's even going to stay. I may end up having to take it down and just do something else with the calendar. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed watching classroom setup number 5. Please like and subscribe so that you don't miss any videos, and head on over to Instagram to follow me at Primarily Optimistic. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!